looks like it gets a little fuzzy a little bit right there.
It looks okay over here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Don't be afraid to go past the window lines. That's just something we've got to deal with. I gotta run something down to them, so I'll be right back.
Okay.
Yep. So, actually, if you can unhook the microphone.
That's this piece, right?
Mm-hmm. anybody who is not part of today's game activities to please clear the track. And once again, ladies and gentlemen, if you tune to our Instagram story at halftime, you can participate in Cardinals trivia. Answer the trivia question posted on Instagram at the half. Be the first one to bring the correct answer up to the press box, and you can win an official game-worn CCBC Catonsville Cardinals soccer jersey. Cardinals trivia coming up at the half.
Almost killed you.
Welcome up.
Good to see you.
What request do you need?
Check my book and then I'll tell you.
Okay.
It'll be self-centered today.
No problem.
It's not a big thing, but I'll just do Alright. Sometime during the meeting, inconvenience. Showing the 28th season.
28th season?
Yep.
Yeah. You want me to mention that on both?
What do you mean on both?
On the live stream and on the...
Well, I'm doing the PA.
Oh, okay.
So no, I'm not gonna announce
Alright,
myself.
gotcha.
I'm not gonna announce myself. I was talking about just doing it briefly on the live stream.
Yeah, no problem. At halftime, I am gonna, I do need to borrow the PA system at halftime for our new Cardinals trivia promotional thing.
So what you need to do.
Alright.
How far down can you guys go that way? 'Cause right now I've got this in my line of sight. If the answer's not far, then it's not far.
Not far. Not far.
Can this be moved?
So we need that up there so it can get through the window, because we can't pull it outside. Yeah.
Stand.
Alright, let's get this show. We all plugged in?
Yep.
Okay. Let's do this. It is a muggy day here at the It is a muggy day here at the Joseph and Mildred P. Murray Stadium Field on the Catonsville campus of the Community College of Baltimore County as we are live for men's soccer action as the CCBC Catonsville Cardinals take on the Howard Dragons. Hello, folks. This is Isaac Donsky, once again, the big man on the mic, ready to bring you all of the action as the Cardinals enter their third straight home contest to open up the 2023 season on a bit of a high note. Catonsville, as you may remember, defeated Mercer in a stunning upset in Week 1. In Week 2, unfortunately, they would fall to Montgomery College, but not by much. The final score of 1-0 was indicative of how far the team has come both defensively and offensively. The offense is finally starting to move the ball well up and down the pitch, something that was a big struggle last year, and the defense is playing excellently, only allowing 2 goals so far, when last year at this time they had allowed 19 goals, a major turnaround from last year. Now, their opponent today is a tough one. The Howard Dragons have consistently been one of the best teams in Region 20 for the last 10 years, and probably you can extend that back to the last 20 years. Under the watchful eye of head coach Stefan Dragunov, the Dragons, and yes, the head coach of the Dragons is literally named Dragon, the Dragons are coming off a season where they were the runner-ups in Region 20, falling just short of the title game to CCBC Essex. This is a big rivalry game in a sense. Howard and CCBC Catonsville are separated by only a few miles, making this one of the closest rivalries in Region 20 outside of CCBC Essex versus CCBC Catonsville. It should be a good one today, and we've got the starting lineups ready for you, and we'll start with the starters for the Howard Dragons. Their starting lineup is as follows. Freshman number 2, Fusini Diallo. Freshman number 5, Christian Larios. Freshman number 7, Truce Norton. Sophomore number 8, Boubacar Sissoko. Sophomore number 9, Jason Fuentes. Freshman number 11, Henry Amankwatia. Freshman number 14, Romeo Madrano. Freshman number 15, Christopher Herzog. Freshman number 18, Jefferson Estrada. Freshman number 24, Kai Onobi. And sophomore number 29, Jesse Sanchez. And as mentioned earlier, the Dragons, are led by head coach Stefan Dragunov. Now here's the starting lineup for the CCBC Catonsville Cardinals. Starting at goalie will be freshman number 00, Franklin Duarte. The starting defensive line will be sophomore number 5, Paul Catafalmo. Sophomore number 6, Caleb Acano. Freshman number 8, Gio Guerrero. And sophomore number 11, Brennan Eibner. The midfielders will be freshman number 10, Sharif Haidera, freshman number 21, Aziz Mote, freshman number 23, Colton Taylor, and the forwards will be freshman number 24, Michael Hogan, freshman number 7, Bradley Ramirez, and sophomore number 22, Mike Miranda. The Cardinals are led by head coach Kingsley Onwuka in his second season and are looking to extend their record to 2-1 on the season. The Dragons, meanwhile, also looking to go to 2-1. They lost their last contest to Cape Fear 2-0. The Cardinals, meanwhile, lost their last contest to Montgomery College. The weather today, it is cloudy, heavily overcast. Rain is in the vicinity, and we should be getting some drops at some point during today's game, but only a light mist despite how nasty the sky looks. It is hot, though, very hot, very muggy conditions. You may have noticed how steamed the windows look on our live stream. That, combined with the mist, is going to make for an interesting viewing experience. We're going to try our best to make sure you get a good look of everything that's going to be on the pitch today. The Cardinals will be wearing all white with red numbers and black stripes. The Dragons, meanwhile, will be wearing all black with gold numbers. So it's the Dragons and the Cardinals. Can Howard assert their dominance over Region 20 early, or will the Cardinals slay the Dragons? That's coming up right here on the Cardinals Network, as we are about 6 minutes away from the opening tip. We'll be right back. So we're all set to get underway here as the Cardinals face the Dragons. Both teams taking their positions on the field. Once again, the Cardinals will be wearing all white with red jerseys, and the Dragons wearing all black, with red numbers. And the Dragons all black with gold numbers.
Howard will be in the black jerseys. They will be moving right to left for those of you in the stands. Catonsville in the white jerseys will be moving left to right in the first half for those of you in the stands. We thank you for joining us and wish best of luck to both schools.
Light mist is falling at the moment, and it is hot out there, folks. It is hot. It is sweltering. We apologize if the view is a little bit obstructed. We do have a handful of our windows open to get a breeze in here because our broadcast booth doesn't have any power. One of the transformers blew, so we kind of had to rig something up by hooking it up to the stadium power. As we're underway, Howard has won the toss. First time all season that a team other than the Cardinals will begin. As the Dragons with possession under attack, Mike Miranda breaks up that play. It is saved by the Dragons, kept alive. Brennan Eibner will keep it alive, trying to get it to Michael Hogan, one of the young freshmen who has blossomed into an excellent player. Sharif Hydera gets it back to Colton Taylor, making his first start of the season, and he will get it back to Franklin Duarte as we're officially underway. 45 minutes to go in the first half. Big game here, big rivalry contest. This is Caleb Acano, the captain, gets it to Franklin Duarte. And Howard, not as aggressive as the last team that we played was, Montgomery, who were constantly hounding Franklin Duarte when he was trying to set up a play for the Cardinals. That one is headed back towards the defense. Colton Taylor will head it back. A Dragon player did slip and fall down. That's number 2, Fusini Diallo. It's knocked away by the Cardinals defense, and a man missed his assignment. Mike Miranda goes down hard. Was there a whistle? I don't believe there was. Ball goes out of bounds. Possession should go to the Dragons as Mike Miranda is slow to get up. I think he was looking for a foul. It'll be a free kick for Howard as they're going to say the foul was on Miranda. And taking the free kick will be Henry Amakwahaya. Now Howard with an attack. See if they can connect. They can't. A mistake made there. Michael Hogan using that speed, trying to break up that play. It's saved by Chris Herzog. Herzog keeps it alive. He gets it down to number 7. That's Trace Norton. And a shot, deep shot, falls right into the midst of Franklin Duarte. That was Herzog who took the shot. Duarte will kick it back. Good kick from Duarte, trying to get it down to young Bradley Ramirez. Headed up, that could be risky. Ramirez is trying to come in, and the goalkeeper makes the play. That is Jesse Sanchez, number 29. Sanchez will roll it out to Herzog, and Herzog trying to get it up to 24. That's Kai Onabiyi. Now the Cardinals with a chance. Ramirez with a steal, and he's broken up, knocked to the ground. Was there a whistle? No whistle. Mike Miranda wanted one as Ramirez got clotheslined to the ground there. But the Cardinals will keep possession in Howard territory. 2 minutes gone in the first half. Paul Catafalmo will throw it in for Colton Taylor. Taylor across the pitch to Brennan Eibner. Eibner will get it down to Michael Hogan. Hogan, good positioning. He's got to get around Herzog. Hogan gets around him. 2 men to beat. Good move. Hogan goes down. There is a foul. Possession to the Cardinals. So Howard with an aggressive strategy early in this contest, similar to what we saw with Montgomery in the last game. And of course, Montgomery, they got away with a couple of pretty controversial moves there, I'd say. Not to be biased, but there was some disagreement. Howard already, both teams getting some shots in early, as Gio Guerrero will take the free kick deep in Howard territory. Good scoring chance for the Cardinals. Guerrero mentioning something to one of the sideline judges. And the referee is going to come over and explain something to Guerrero. curious as to what seems to be going on here. The referee, I guess we'll never know. That was odd. Here comes the free kick. Guerrero's kick is up. It is headed away by the Dragons. Good chance by the Cardinals. That was Ramirez who came in there. And Catonsville's going to keep possession for the time being. Here's Akano. Gets it to Catafalmo. Catafalmo breaking away from his defender, trying to get it to Miranda. It's broken up by the Dragons, but kept alive by Sharif Haidara. He gets it back to Guerrero. Guerrero will reset and send it back to Duarte so the Cardinals can plan ahead here. Franklin Duarte, that stellar young goalkeeper who has been one of the bright young stars that have emerged for the Cardinals. Deep one, good header in the direction of Catafalmo, who's streaking downfield. Don't normally see the defender in that position. He sends it back towards Haidara, but it's intercepted by Onabii. And now the Dragons on the attack. Dragons might have a good chance here. Good passes. They try to get it down to Trace Norton. Norton trying to break away, deflected out of bounds by Colton Taylor. That is going to be a corner kick for the Dragons.
Corner kick, Howard.
Now, we did not have a lot of corners in the first game, as it looks like we're about to get a substitute. There is a Howard player in position to come in. Looks like they're going to... I believe they just subbed out Onabii and sent in, if this gentleman can turn around, that's number 3, Kyle Simmons. Here's the corner kick. On its way, it is broken up by a header by Miranda. Dragons are going to try and keep it alive. Cardinals are going to be on the attack. Here comes Michael Hogan. Hogan taking Trace Norton by surprise. Norton triple-teamed almost, has to break it up. He gets it out to number 8, Boubacar Sissoko. Sissoko back to Norton. Norton trying to get away from a triple team. He gets tripped up. Haidara is there to cover it. As it rolls out of bounds, possession to the Cardinals. The Cardinals will start deep in their own territory on this next possession. Duarte waiting for an opportunity now with a deep pass downfield towards a streaking Mike Miranda. It's going to be briefly intercepted right into the path of Michael Hogan. Here comes Hogan. He is tripped up. Out of bounds, possession to the Cardinals. Some aggressive play so far by Howard. As a free kick. Is it a free kick? No. Yeah. Yes, it is a free kick. All right, another free kick for the Cardinals. Gio Guerrero. Guerrero will kick it to Hogan. Hogan, crosser, Miranda, tipped out by the goalkeeper. Good look by Miranda there, so close for the Cardinals. And a great save by Jesse Sanchez, Howard's goalkeeper. Nice breeze now coming into the commentary booth. It is much needed. It is very muggy in here, muggy day out there. Now Howard looking a little discombobulated here as they're trying to set up a play. Herzog trying to find an opening. Simmons coming in. Herzog goes down. Intercepted by Ramirez. He gets it to Mike Miranda. This is a good opportunity for the Cardinals. Miranda, one man to beat. Mike Miranda, the striker, knocked around. Miranda fighting. He's tripped up. Dragons retake possession. Bradley Ramirez is still down, by the way. That's not looking good. And Ramirez does get back to his feet. He's limping a little bit. And he manages to walk it off. Good look for Ramirez. Meanwhile, the Cardinals defense trying to get a stop here, and they will as Colton Taylor sends that one out of bounds. Possession will go to the Dragons. As a yellow card has been given out, I believe, to Kyle Simmons, who just checked into the game. Kyle Simmons has been given a yellow card. I didn't see any. Oh, and now is there a yellow card on Miranda too? I don't know. I think because it looks like the referee was giving out double yellow cards there. He's explaining something over to head coach Stefan Dragunov. Did we just see double yellow? I think we did. Because the referee pulled out the yellow card, pointed at Kyle Simmons, number 3, and then turned around and pointed at Mike Miranda. We'll get confirmation on what that was about. Play is back underway. Cardinals defense comes up good on that stop there. It's kept alive by Henry Amakwahaya. I'm going to get that name correct eventually. I will get that name in one go. Cardinals, good play here. Here's Ramirez. He gets a dangerous pass to Sharif Idera, stolen away by the Dragons. Trace Norton trying to keep it alive. Akano breaks it up. He's got to fight for it hard with Boubacar Sissoko. Knocked out of bounds. Nope, kept alive. Catafalmo goes down. Cardinals want a foul, and they'll get it. So some aggressive play here in the opening minutes between the Cardinals and the Dragons. We've got about 35 minutes to go here, so 10 minutes down in this opening period. Both teams have had some good chances to score, but some aggressive play has been the highlight of what has been a frantic start to this contest. Remember, these two teams do not like each other. The Dragons were the last team the Cardinals faced in the playoffs, as that's a pass downfield to a wide-open Michael Hogan. Sanchez breaks it up just in case, but the Cardinals were there and ready. Here's Eibner trying to break up that play away from Herzog. Akano will instead break it up as another foul is called. This one's going to be against Catonsville. And back underway we go. Dragons with position. Down to the far sideline. Trying to get a pass. Guerrero got a tip on it. Akano knocks it out of there. Trying to get it back for Miranda. Miranda trying to keep it alive. He's double teamed. Can he get out of it? No, it's taken away by a Makwahaya. Yes, there we go. Hogan now trying to frustrate him out of it. Here's Ramirez trying to get an interception. Comes very close. The Cardinals forwards really showing a lot of aggression here against the Dragons' defensive line in the opening minutes of this game. Catafalmo misses that assignment. But the Dragons are just going to send it out of bounds. Possession back to the Cardinals. I believe that was Romeo Madrano who lost possession down on the far side of the pitch. Kind of hard to see what his number is, but I believe that's number 14. Now the Cardinals will try and... The Cardinals will reset here. Duarte fires that one down too far over the head of Brennan Eibner, and that's going to give possession to the Dragons deep in Cardinals territory. As looks like the Dragons tossed it in before the referees were ready. Herzog will toss it into Simmons. Simmons mobbed by white jerseys, tipped by Miranda, and it will be booted down and out of bounds by 24. That's Kai Onabiyi. He's still in the game, so my mistake from earlier. This is going to be interesting to see how the Cardinals can work here because Howard has 5 defensive players. As here's a shot by Trace Norton, well off, but a good try from the Dragons. So the Dragons have a 5-man defensive line. Kind of unique. You don't really see that lineup here. Cardinals only rely on 4 guys, and only 3 of them really are back there on defense. That's one thing the Cardinals have done right so far this season is play very good defense. They've allowed just 2 goals so far this season compared to last year when they had allowed 19 goals by this point. Aziz Moti accidentally sends that one out of bounds deep in Cardinal territory. Dragons with another good chance. Norton will throw it in back to Herzog. Herzog pursued by Hogan. Hogan breaks that play up. And Dragons are going to have to reset. Michael Hogan, there's something you need to know about this kid. He plays harder than any player I've seen come into the Cardinals in a while. Had 2 assists in the season opener against Mercer. Very talented young player out of Boys Latin High School. And here's another talented player as Paul Catafalmo breaks out that play, allows Ramirez to keep it alive, and he sends it downfield in the direction of Miranda, but the shot was off target, and it's just going to roll back to Sanchez in the net. Hogan and Ramirez, 2 very talented young forwards for the Cardinals. Ramirez does have a goal on the season. Hogan has 2 assists. As that goal kick is going to be intercepted at midfield by the Cardinals. Akano's got to be careful. He's double-teamed. He'll just knock it out of there. Good thinking there. The Dragons were all over Caleb Akano. He wasn't going to be able to get a good shot off. Herzog will toss it in for the Dragons deep in Cardinal territory with 33 minutes to go in this opening half. And I apologize, folks, if you can see the top of my head get in frame here. As that is off the corner of the goal. It looked like it went in for a split second, but it went off the corner of the goal as Fusini Diallo got a shot off. No such luck. A goal kick coming up here by Franklin Duarte. And he'll send it to Brendan Eibner, trying to keep it alive. Eibner briefly loses control, but fights back, gets it away from Trace Norton. And they'll send it back to Duarte. Now Duarte taking his time here on this goal kick. Going to roll it out a little bit, then send a mighty kick down in the direction of Ramirez. It's headed away by the defense. And Guerrero will keep it alive. Still bouncing up. Guerrero, Hydera gets a foot on it, gets it back to Akano. Ooh, good switchback there by Akano. Down to Eibner. Now Eibner looking for an open man. He's got Aziz Mote wide open, but it's deflected by number 8, Boubacar Sissoko. And the Cardinals will have to reset again. And Dragons forwards making life tough here for the Cardinals defense over the last few minutes. That's a missed assignment. Ramirez will keep that play alive and head it up. Or will he? There's a foul called. As mentioned before, these two teams, they don't like each other. This is one of the bigger rivalries here in Region 20. Howard is based down in Columbia, very close to Catonsville. That one is headed up deep in Cardinal territory. Moti will try and keep it alive. Here's a shot. They got to be careful. Another shot off the crossbar. It's kept alive. If the Cardinals can get away with this, there's a no foul. The Dragons wanted one. The Cardinals defense manages to keep it alive. How about that? And now, here's a chance for an open man. Here's Hogan. Or is that going to be offsides? No, there's an injured Cardinal. Oh, no. That is Paul Catafalmo. He is down. That is the team's defensive leader, Paul Catafalmo, who is down. We didn't see him at first. He was in that scrum of bodies fighting for the ball right near the goal. Our stand-in athletic trainer, Mr. Rob Hess, is headed over, as is head coach Kingsley Onwuka. Catafalmo is coming off an injury from last year. He's back on his feet, though. Good sign. Paul Catafalmo gets back on his feet, limping a little bit, but he looks to be okay for the time being. We didn't see he went down there. What a defensive... Wow, now that we know he's okay, let's just say, what a defensive stand for the Catonsville Cardinals there. The Dragons got at least 3 or 4 shots off there. All of them were blocked either by defensive bodies, Franklin Duarte, or the crossbar. That is impressive. A great stand for the Cardinals. As with about 30 minutes to go here in the first half, Paul Catafalmo will get checked out on the sideline. I believe the Cardinals are going to sub in Giovanni Alonso to replace him as the team's retaking their position on the field. Back underway we go. Duarte will hold the ball here and try to get it down to Eibner. Akano keeps it alive, gets it to Moti. Moti was open a little while back. Tries to get it up to Ramirez. It's broken up. Simmons misses an assignment. Moti hands off to Hydera. Hydera gets it down to Ramirez. Ramirez keeps it alive. Ramirez keeping it alive. Sea of black jerseys ahead. He gets it to Moti. Moti with a shot. Sanchez with the save. Good look there by the Cardinals, though, and Aziz Moti, who had both of the Cardinals' shots last game, gets it off. As now the Dragons quickly on the attack. They send it backwards. Did it go out of bounds? No, it's kept alive by the Dragons. Catafalmo, by the way, back in the game. Hogan streaking in, trying to break up that play. Dragons trying to keep it alive. It was deflected by Hydera. The Cardinals keeping it alive. That was Catafalmo who came in there, streaked in there to break up that play. Dragons will keep possession. And it's intercepted by Catafalmo. Gets it to Sanchez, broken up by the Dragons. They'll keep it alive. Moti takes possession, foul called. And a free kick coming up for the Dragons. Cardinals will fall back here on defense. Both teams have had ample opportunities to score. It's looking like it's going to be a game fought in the trenches, much like the Montgomery game was. And that would be big for the Cardinals. 2 games against perennial Region 20 powerhouses, playing them tight and tough. That's impressive. Dragons with a chance. Shot gets off. It's off target. That was Sissoko who launched that one way off of the net. And the Cardinals get another break here. While we have this opportunity, folks, we would just like to give a big shout out to our longtime PA announcer, Mr. Richard Keller, the voice of the Cardinals, who is entering his 28th season as the voice of the Cardinals on our PA system. Big thank you to Richard, who's here today for calling his first game of the year. It's always a pleasure to have him up here in the booth. Congratulations on 28 years, Richard.
Thank you.
Duarte's goal kick goes to Moti, who gets it out of a double team. Good play there by Aziz Moti, another one of the very talented young players for the Cardinals. Dragons will keep possession, though, and they might have an opportunity here. Oh, that was risky by Duarte, but it worked. Franklin Duarte likes to take risks as a goalkeeper. They usually go in his favor, though. Only once of his 2 goals allowed, only one of them was due to one of those risky plays where he jumped out of position. As the Dragons get that out of a scrum, Diallo will send up a shot way off target. Like I was saying, Franklin Duarte has an innate talent for keeping the ball alive, for keeping the play alive, but it does come at a risk. He does like to get out of the net and make plays, and oftentimes that can leave it vulnerable. That's what ended up costing the Cardinals a potential tie with Montgomery last week when Duarte got a little too far out of the net and opened the door for a Raptor goal. That being said, he still has been amazing. Here's Catafalmo. He goes down. There's a collision and a foul. I think it's going to be against the Dragons. Cardinals are going to be quick off of the foul. Were they too quick? No. Plays kept alive. Sissoko sends that one in the direction of... I couldn't see who that was. He gets tripped up. Here's Norton. It's going to be broken up by Eibner. Brendan Eibner breaks up that play, keeps it alive at the time being. As a foul. Yellow card, I believe, on Catafalmo. No. The yellow card is on number 9, Jason Fuentes. That, I believe, is the second one for the Dragons today. I thought he was pointing at Catafalmo for a second. No, it was at Jason Fuentes. Goal kick gets past Hogan, knocked up by Herzog. Kept alive by the Cardinals for the time being. Eibner gets it down to Akano. Akano back to Duarte. They're going to reset here. Now Duarte sends that one downfield to the direction of Sanchez. Over the head of the defender. Sanchez trying to keep it alive. It's broken up and out of bounds. Possession to the Cardinals. Catonsville keeps it alive. Inbounds it goes. Knocked up. Dragon player went down. I think some words were just exchanged there between Romeo Medrano and Gio Guerrero. Yeah, the referee had to step in between the two of them. Excuse me, that was Kai Onabi. Excuse me. Thought that was a 14 from my vantage point. That's a number 24. That was Giovanni Alonso, number 9, actually. It has checked into the game. And the two of them had exchanged some words there for a split second. Back underway we go. Catafalmo goes down hard, gets back on his feet. Dragons keep possession. Dragons trying to keep it alive. This is risky. Cardinals defense coming up big. Hogan knocks it out of there. Simmons will keep it alive for the time being. He has to reset. He gets it over to Madero. Madero shot blocked by Catafalmo. Madero trying to reset again. Here's another shot. Headed up, headed away by Akano. Simmons trying to break it up. Simmons goes down. Aziz Mote with the stop. How about that by the Cardinals defense? Now Ramirez on the response. Ramirez trying to get it down to Alonso. Alonso, one man to beat. Can he get past his man? No. Alonso trying to play tough. He's got Hogan as an option. Dragons are going to reset. Hogan is hounding them. The speed of the Cardinals, they're keeping this play good. There was a slip on the grass by Herzog. Hogan all up in his business. He gets it to Simmons. Simmons trying to get it up. Slide tackle by Hydera keeps it alive. Guerrero trying to keep it alive himself. Diallo with a nice play there. It's intercepted by Hydera. Hydera gets it back to Akano. Akano has to take evasive action. Gets it over to Catafalmo. It was tipped. Catafalmo collides into Onabii, and the two of them go down. Excuse me, that was Jefferson Estrada who collided with Catafalmo. There have been these two teams are getting some shots off at each other. I'll tell you what. Referees need to step in there. Oh yeah, they're going to talk to Catafalmo now, try and calm him down. Referees need to step in here and get some order because these two teams have been getting a little too physical for our liking up here in the booth. You do not want that to spill over into anything serious. Though we've seen a couple of players taking verbal jabs at each other, I'd say. On the free kick, Colton Taylor gets it downfield, trying to get it to Alonso. Headed up by the Dragons, kept alive by Catafalmo. And another foul is called. I think that one was on Aziz Moti. Referee trying to get some separation there. Meanwhile, we got 23 minutes to go here. A lot can happen in this first half. It has been an aggressive first half. Both teams taking shots at each other. And both teams with some excellent scoring opportunities. Hard to say who's really had control, but Howard has had a little bit more possession as Hydera intercepts that goal kick. Sharif Hydera keeping it alive, getting it down to Hogan. Michael Hogan over towards Alonso. Alonso! No, it's knocked up into the air. It's kept alive. Goalie manages to dribble it and hold on to possession. Another good chance for the Cardinals. Oh, if only Giovanni Alonso was just a little bit to the right, he would have had a good shot. As a foul is going to be called against the Cardinals there. I think that was on Akano for a push on Fusini Diallo. And another whistle here. The referees want to move the ball back into the right position. Henry Amakwahaya will take the shot, and there we go. We got it right. Deep shot downfield, headed up by Simmons over the goal. Simmons can't believe it. And the Cardinals will retake possession. How about that? So Duarte ready for his kick. We do have a substitute. Bradley Simmons has exited the game. Excuse me, Kyle Simmons. And we'll get his replacement in just a second. His replacement. There's Duarte's kick. Knocked up. Foul on number 9, Jason Fuentes. Excuse me, on number 8, Boubacar Sissoko had the number wrong. In my defense, folks, I know I'm getting some of the numbers wrong for Howard. Howard's got gold on black. You'd think it would be easy to tell. No, the way their number font is very thick. It is kind of difficult to tell in some cases. And remember, the windows of our broadcast booth are a bit fogged up due to how humid it is out there. We're going to try our best to get these numbers right. The substitute, by the way, who came in, I believe, is Jason Fuentes. Now the Dragons. Fusini Diallo. Miscommunication, got it instead to Aziz Moti as the referee just took a tumble. How about that? And now here's Alonso. Whistle called, though. There's a foul way back as Aziz Moti went down. Referee's checking to make sure he's okay. A lot of fouls in this game so far. You thought there were a lot of fouls in the last contest against Montgomery. This one is will probably break that in just a bit. As Akano sends that one down towards Alonso, it's broken up by Medrano. Kept alive by the Cardinals for just a little bit. Moti falls over his man. Dragons keep it alive. from the Dragons. There's going to be an opportunity here by Jefferson Estrada, headed out of there by Akano, but kept alive for a brief moment. Cardinals will regain possession. Alonso tripped, lost his man, kept alive now by the Dragons. They try to get it down to Norton, but it goes out of bounds. Possession back to Catonsville. Cardinals will be quick off of the inbounds pass to try and get it down to Alonso. It goes out of bounds. Possession back to the Dragons. Back and forth we go. They get it out to Jason Fuentes. Dragons tiptoeing on the near side. They get it to Norton. And offsides is called. Norton moved too quickly there. Actually, I think that was Jason Fuentes who was offsides. Was that Fuentes? No, that was number 6, Diego Ruiz, who was offside. Haven't called his name a bunch today. I think he got subbed in after. I think he was the one who just got subbed in when Kyle Simmons went out. As Cardinals back with possession, trying to get it downfield yet again. Dragons will try and hold on here. They're going to have an opportunity with Diallo. Gets it to Norton, broken up by Hogan. Tripped up. And another whistle. I think that's a foul on Norton. We've got 18 minutes to go in this first half. Cardinals will reset here with Duarte. Duarte waiting for an opening, gets it to Eibner. Eibner, body shot taken up by the Dragons. Norton keeps it alive. They try to get it to Diego Ruiz. Ruiz with the shot, tipped over the crossbar. What a play by Duarte. And that'll lead to a Dragon corner. How about that? A great save there by Franklin Duarte to keep that play alive. So the Dragons with a corner. We know what happened the last corner. A couple of shots got off. Player went down. Corner incoming. They got to knock it out. Alonso trying to do just that. He keeps it alive. Giovanni Alonso. What a play. He gets it around 2 men. 3 men. No, he couldn't get out of the triple team. It's kept alive. Risky pass. Norton comes screaming in. How about that by Akano to get it downfield to Ramirez? Nope. Foul called. And that's a free kick for the Dragons deep in Cardinal territory. What a shame there was a foul there because Bradley Ramirez was wide open. Herzog will take the foul kick, or the free kick, excuse me, as the Cardinals form up a couple of defensive walls, or just one. A little bit of trickery here. Cardinals weren't falling for it. They break it free. Hydera gets it downfield. Ramirez has got one man to beat. Can he get there in time? He will. Ramirez gets away from a double team. Now kicks it down towards Hogan. Hogan still open. Hogan breaks out of his own double team. Oh, has it taken away by the Dragons. Now Norton with possession. He tries to get it down to Diallo. Akano picks it up, keeps it alive. Bounces off of Diallo, puts it back towards Duarte. Duarte out to Taylor. Taylor back to Duarte. And he'll take a deep pass downfield. Hogan heads it up for Alonso. Broken up by the Dragons. Eibner trying to keep it alive. He's guarding Norton hard. Hogan coming in here to give some support. Dragons keep it alive. Diallo tried a behind the back pass, gets it to Akano. Akano gets it out to Hogan. Hogan tripped up. Foul called. And that's going to be a yellow card on number 8, Boubacar Sissoko, as he tripped up Michael Hogan. The 4th yellow card of this match. And we've still got 15 minutes to go in this first half.
Howard.
Welp. Akano, deep pass. Cardinals will keep it alive. Hydera bounces it up to Moti. Moti breaks out of a double team, gets it to Eibner. Eibner trying to get down to Hogan. It's intercepted by Herzog. Herzog gets it to Norton. Norton looking for an opening. Hydera breaks up that play. Estrada wide open on the far side, looking for a man. Tries to get it to Madrero. Passes across, broken up by Akano. Hydera, there's a collision, triple team. Hydera comes in with a sliding tackle to try and break up that play. Kept alive by Estrada, he goes down, and it's headed out of bounds. Cardinals are going to send in a rash of substitutes right now. They're going to send Mike Miranda back in. They're also going to send Abdul Lom, number 12, into the contest. And number 4 was Michael Douglas. As Aziz Moti, Bradley Ramirez, and I think Michael Hogan get a good break. This is going to be interesting on the offense because it's Alonso, Abdul Lom, and Mike Miranda. Miranda got subbed out earlier. We failed to catch that. So the Cardinals shaking up the lineup here to see if they can generate some offense. Howard has seemed firmly in control for the last few minutes. Whereas Michael Douglas gets possession. Kicked up. Defense is going to get there in time. Eibner's got to be careful. Sidelines it down towards Alonso. Dragons keep possession. Sissoko trying to break out of a double team. Make that a triple team. He does. Keeps it alive. Sissoko over the middle. No one was there. Catafalmo tries to get it out. It was accidentally blocked by Abdul Lom, but they keep it alive. That could have been a disaster. Lom gets it down to Douglas, who trips up over himself trying to get the ball. Douglas keeps it alive. Great hustle by Michael Douglas. Dragons kick it back onto Catonsville's side of the field. Headed up a couple of times. Dragons still juggling, trying to keep it alive. Catafalmo with the steal. Good play by Paul. Out of bounds. Possession will go to the Cardinals, with 12 minutes to go here in the first half. Cardinals defense is going to have to reset. Bad pass by Taylor. Maybe not. Eibner will keep it alive. Eibner gets it down to Akano. Akano has it intercepted by Sissoko. Sissoko shot blocked by Akano. Alonso. Ooh, did he get hit in the back of the head there? As there's a handball called against, I think, Alonso. That's going to give possession deep in Cardinal territory to the Dragons. I think Alonso actually got hit in the back of the head there on that collision with Jason Fuentes. Excuse me, that was Diego Ruiz he collided with. It'll be Jason Fuentes taking the free kick. Free kick on its way over the heads of everybody, out of bounds. And possession back to the Cardinals. Substitutes coming back in. Bradley Ramirez re-enters the game for the Cardinals and entering the game for the Dragons. Waiting for this gentleman to turn around so we can see it. I think that's number 12, Ian Eldemeyer. Here's Colton Taylor. Gets it up to Gio Guerrero. Guerrero downfield for Alonso. Alonso wide open. Here we go. 2 men to beat for Alonso. Crosses it over. Lom missed it. Oh my goodness, Abdul Lom so close. That was a perfect opportunity for the Cardinals. They can still salvage this. Miranda trying to break up the play. Nope, Dragons will kick it out. Out of bounds it goes though. Possession back to the Cardinals. Douglas chucks it in there. Miranda trying to fight his man. It's knocked back, and did it go out of bounds? No, it's kept alive. It does go out of bounds. Possession will stick with the Cardinals. Catonsville trying to get their offense to move up so they can be in position here. Man, that was wide open. Abdul-Lom so close to getting the first goal of the game there. 10 minutes to go. Cardinals with an opportune position. Catafalmo will toss it in. Ooh, Catafalmo. I think the wind took it. There's a big gust of wind coming through the stadium right now, and I think the wind just knocked it out of his hands. Catafalmo tosses it in. Headed up. Bounced around. Kept alive by Guerrero. He's got to keep it alive. Gets it back to Taylor. Cardinals backtracking. They need to be going the other way, boys. Come on. Gets it to Guerrero. Guerrero gets it up to Michael Douglas. Whistle. Was that an offsides call? I think it was. Should be noted that in the 3 games played so far, actually we'll hold off on that fun fact until a little bit later, folks. We got 9 minutes to go in this first half. Very defensive-oriented first half, much like the other 2 games. Opportunity here for the Dragons. Norton's shot was just a bit off, but Duarte is lucky because he got out a goal. That was so close. Cardinals have gotten very lucky here. They got to be careful. Duarte, he's an aggressive goalkeeper. Got to be careful his aggression doesn't accidentally lead to a score. Duarte, that kick is deflected out of bounds by Trace Norton. Now Akano gets it to Ramirez. It was deflected. Dragons with possession. Ruiz intercepted by Taylor. Abdul-Lom with possession. Lom gets it down to Miranda. Miranda almost tripped up, keeps it in play briefly. It was deflected behind Ramirez. Here comes Eibner to keep it alive. Eibner gets it up to Alonso. Alonso has got Ramirez open. It was partially deflected. Ramirez keeps it alive. Ramirez gets it out to Brennan Eibner. Eibner, crosser, up. Alonso, no, it's deflected again. Another opportunity for the Cardinals. They have got to start taking some shots in that position. Now here's a wide open Fusini Diallo. Duarte comes out of goal, deep out of goal, breaks at the play. Ramirez comes in to try and head the ball away. It's broken up and deflected. Dragons have got it. Ruiz, deflected by Taylor. Kept alive. Douglas. Can't hang on to it, gets it to Ruiz. Ruiz down to Norton. Norton looking for an opening. That's intercepted. As a whistle is called, Cardinals can't believe it. That was 14, Romeo Medrano, who went down. The Cardinals can't believe it. Mike Miranda had only a few men to beat. He was open. So the Dragons back with possession. Norton puts it down deep. Ooh, got to be careful. Duarte slipped through his fingers. He's able to cover it, though. That was close. 6 minutes to go. Duarte kicks it out. Headed back. Dragons with another chance. Defense will come up there with the stop. They get it out to Abdul-Lom. Another foul called, this one on the Dragons. Colton Taylor will take the free kick. 5.5 minutes to go. Deep downfield. He'll be headed up, kept alive by Ramirez. Good play. Ramirez breaks through the double team. Dragons are there to cover. Catafalmo trying to cover. Dragons keep it alive briefly. Guerrero will keep it alive for the Cardinals, but it's taken away by the Dragons. Now the Dragons trying to get an open man. Diallo hands it off. Here's a deep shot. Duarte. Ooh, nice play by Duarte to stop that shot by, I believe that was Ian Eldemeyer. And I believe this is a corner kick coming up.
Corner kick, Howard.
This will be a corner kick for the Dragons. So with 4.5 minutes to go, an ideal scoring opportunity for the Dragons. Here it comes. On its way, bounced up. Another foul possession to the Cardinals. I don't think I've ever seen a game here at Murray Stadium with this many fouls. Duarte will send it out to Taylor. Back to Duarte. Deep to Eibner. Oh, Eibner lost his footing, accidentally headed it out of bounds. Deep in Catonsville territory. Cardinals try to keep it alive here. Guerrero briefly keeps it alive, gets it over to Norton. No, Diallo. Diallo gets it up to Fuentes. Fuentes has it taken away by Ramirez. Now Ramirez trying to get it down to Miranda. Instead, it'll be intercepted by the Dragons. 3.5 minutes to go. Another chance for the Cardinals coming up here. Maybe. A couple of quick headers. Ramirez keeping it alive. Gets it down, Miranda. Trying to chase it down. Now Diallo. Brendan Eibner. Ooh. Gets between his legs. Diallo sends it over to Ruiz. Catafalmo will head it up and away. Chance for the Dragons. Eldemeyer. Trying to find an opening. Deflected. Eibner will head it out. Ramirez keeps it alive at the moment. Here comes Douglas. Now Douglas will keep it alive. Sends it down for Miranda. Miranda is going to get there first, keep it alive. Breaks away from his man. Gets it back to Douglas. Douglas, triple teamed, pushed to the ground, foul against the Dragons. Jason Fuentes shoved Michael Douglas to the ground. That's going to give Catonsville great position here, with 2 minutes to go until the half. Gio Guerrero will take the free kick. Guerrero's kick is covered up by Sanchez. Good try by the Cardinals. Sanchez sends it down. Intercepted by Guerrero. Nice header. Trying to keep it alive. 1.5 minutes to go. Catafalmo sends it deep down the other way. And no one is there to receive it except for Sanchez. Sanchez now will send that one deep down. Be covered up by Duarte. 1 minute to go.
1 minute remaining.
Chance for the Cardinals. Loam gives it to Ramirez. Ramirez to Miranda. Miranda, it's briefly
1 minute
blocked.
remaining,
They want to
first
call. They don't get it. They were looking for a foul. They didn't get it. Guerrero. Cardinals now with 30 seconds left looking for an opening. Akano sends it deep downfield. Both teams looking exhausted here after 45 minutes of playing in this weather. This hot, muggy, the air is thick out there, if you couldn't tell by now. Sanchez will scoop that one up. Send it down for the Dragons. One last chance here with 10 seconds to go. Eibner will just go ahead and kick it out of bounds, and that's going to do it for the first half. 0-0 the score as we head into the half, ladies and gentlemen. A great defensive battle between these two rivals. Somebody has got to strike first.
Ladies and gentlemen,
We'll be
that's
right
the
back
end of the first
to
half
find
of
out
the
who that
halftime
will be.
score. Howard 0, Catonsville 0. Just a quick reminder, our next home game will be Tuesday, September 12th.
How about some halftime scores, ladies and gentlemen, to see what's going on here around the NJCAA on this Tuesday? Let's take a look at some of the halftime scores going on right now. Anne Arundel defeated Hagerstown 6-1 earlier today. Meanwhile, Montgomery College rebounded from their 1-0 win, 1-0 Pyrrhic victory over the Cardinals with a 14-1 thrashing of Cecil College. Oh boy. Meanwhile, Hartford snuck out a 3-2 win over a tough Carroll team that's proving to be a tough little bugger this year. Deep into the second half is Prince George's and Frederick with the Owls up 3-2 over the Cougars. That's going to be the next home game for the Cardinals, facing off against Frederick. This game, of course, is 0-0 at the half. The big game of the day, however, at 7 p.m., CCBC Essex takes on WVU Potomac State. One of the few out-of-state colleges in Region 20 takes on the top team in Region 20, the Knights. Essex has come out of the gate swinging yet again. They look like they are still the team to beat in Region 20. Meanwhile, at this game, it has been an event so far. Low-scoring defensive contest. Both teams taking full advantage of each other. Then we've seen a couple of cheap shots. We've seen some rough, aggressive play. It's been interesting. And we've got 45 minutes to decide it. Once again, folks, we apologize for any obstructed views on our live stream today. As we still don't have power in our press box, we've had to rig up power from the stadium directly to the press box. As a result, our speaker is currently sitting on the windowsill, so we've had to open the window some. So we do apologize for the window frames being in the way of some shots. Hopefully that isn't too distracting. We also apologize for the windows being a little dirty themselves. That's condensation because it is, I guess the best word to put it, musty out there. It is extremely damp. The air is damp, humid, very heavy. These two teams have been playing through this thick soup. I think muggy is a better word than musty, I'd say. Yeah, we'll go with muggy. With that being said, we got 45 minutes to decide this one. Both teams have had ample opportunities to score. No one's been able to strike yet. But it has been a fun contest to watch. My one fear is this. These two teams have been playing each other very aggressively. My one fear is that somebody gets a little too aggressive and this game ends prematurely due to some non-soccer related activities on the field or on the pitch. As we're getting set for the resumption of this contest. Big shout out to everybody who's come out today for today's game. Very good crowd, probably our best one of the season. As we look forward to more and more growing crowds here at the stadium. Recently started implementing Cardinals trivia, a new fun little game where we ask a trivia question on our Instagram story, and the first person who's at the stadium who can answer the trivia question correctly and come up to the broadcast booth will get a free jersey. It's been a fun little initiative we've been doing, and so far it's had pretty good results. We've seen a slight, don't want to take credit for a slight increase in attendance this year. I think that is mostly due to the team being much better than they were last year. But still, it's been fun. It's been fun. Anyway, we're getting ready to get back underway here. The teams are taking to the field. Cardinals, once again, will be wearing all white with red numbers.
Kick off the second half. They are in the white jerseys. They'll be moving right to left. Howard in the black jerseys will be moving left to right.
And we're underway. And you could hear the voice of God over there, Richard Keller, a longtime PA announcer, entering his 28th year with the Cardinals. Glad to have him back in the booth today. Cardinals on the attack as we start the second half. And out of bounds immediately. Possession will go over to... We'll stick with the Cardinals, excuse me. Want to give a big shout out, by the way, to one of our staff here at CCBC Catonsville, Rob Hess, who's standing in for our beloved athletic trainer, Miss Abby Miller, today. Abby is unfortunately unable to attend today's game as she has duties elsewhere for one of the other CCBC campuses. So Rob is stepping in her stead, has done a great job so far. Cardinals trying to keep this play alive. Here's Sharif Hydera. Breaks away from a defender. Hydera on the attack. There was a slide tackle. Cardinals wanted a foul. Didn't get. Nope, they did get it. How about that? Right off the bat, a foul deep in Cardinal territory. By the way, I can say it now. I almost said it earlier, but I can say it now that it's happened. That's the third straight game the Cardinals have held their opponent scoreless in the first half. That is something the Cardinals struggled immensely to do last year, and in their first 3 games of the season, they have held their opponent scoreless in the first half. That is incredibly impressive from this young team, showing just how far they've come. And now they've got a penalty kick deep in Dragon territory. Gio Guerrero will take the shot. Free kick. Over the heads of the several defenders will go out of bounds. Possession will go to the Dragons. So an opportunity busted by the Cardinals there. And that goal kick is intercepted by Michael Hogan. Hogan gets a shot off, but it was well off target and a little short. I think that was just a warning shot by the Cardinals saying, hey, we're here. We can do this. I'll say this much. Catonsville's offense has had many more possessions this game than they did last game. Last game, they struggled a bit to get the ball. As Abdul Lone breaks up that play, it's slid out of bounds, possession to the Cardinals. Last game against Montgomery, the Raptors had firm control over that game. Catonsville's offense didn't really wake up until the second half. It was the defense that did most of the heavy lifting, and they eventually did pay the price as they allowed the game's only goal late in the second half. But this game, Catonsville's offense has had plenty more chances. And right off the bat here, they're showing a lot of aggression early. That's probably what's going to be needed to either win this game or get a draw. This is the first divisional game for the Cardinals this season. They had a regional contest against Montgomery. Montgomery is Division 1. This is their first Division 2 opponent. Here's Eibner getting it down to Miranda. Miranda gets it up to Hogan. Hogan with one man to beat. It's a track race. Hogan breaks away. Michael Hogan, it's knocked out of bounds. And possession will go back to the Dragons. Was hoping for a corner kick there. Nope. It will be Dragons' ball. Cardinals have looked good so far. They've kept the ball in Dragon territory. One of the big issues from last season that the Cardinals kept having is that they would play really well in the first half, but in the second half they would tire easily. Catonsville has managed to work around that. They've been playing tough the entire time. As here's Colton Taylor breaking up that play. He's getting boxed into a corner by Diallo. And another whistle, another foul. That has been the prevailing topic of today's game. So a free kick deep in Catonsville territory. And it will be taken by, I believe that's number 10, Abdurrahim Unaji. That's a correction from the first half, folks. We kept saying that number 12, Ian Eldemeyer, had entered the game. It was actually number 10, Munaji. Free kick on its way, blocked by Duarte. Another excellent save. He's got to be careful, though, as it does roll out of bounds. So possession will stay with the Cardinals. With the Dragons, excuse me. Nice punch out there by Duarte. He's made some great saves today so far. This one headed up, bounced around. Cardinals trying to find an opening. And they'll keep it alive for the time being. Dragons will send it back the other way. Colton Taylor with a nice header. Everyone getting a piece of the header today. Eibner gets it down to Hydera. Hydera, nice move by Sharif Hydera, keeping that play alive. He's got 2 men to beat on him. He's going to stop short, get it back to Paul Catafalmo. Notice that Paul's been playing midfield today rather than the traditional defense, and he's looked pretty good at it. Akano gets it up to Bradley Ramirez. No, Eibner, excuse me. That's Eibner. Eibner gets it down to Ramirez. Ramirez breaks free. Hydera broken up by the Dragons. The Cardinals keeping the pressure up. Colton Taylor gets it down to Catafalmo. Catafalmo, nice little stutter step. Oh, Gio Guerrero missed an opportunity, missed his assignment there. Taylor was there to back him up. That could have been risky had Colton Taylor not had a big brain moment and gotten in front of it. Now the Dragons back on the attack. Duarte He's going to wait for it to bounce to him. Get it down to Catafalmo. Catafalmo to Guerrero. Guerrero trying to get it up to Catafalmo. Instead, it's intercepted. Ramirez comes in to try and break it up. It'll get it back to Sanchez in net. Sanchez is going to be pestered by both Cardinal strikers coming in there. Dragons have got a wide open lane. They're going right down, and they'll send it down in the direction of Munaji. Oh, Duarte comes way out, but Munaji slips on the wet grass. He says he was pushed. Referee says otherwise. Head coach Stefan Dragunov is screaming at the ref. As Akano, that one I think got deflected off of Diallo's face. Defense is trying to get back here. Here's Diallo with an opportunity. Foul called as, oh boy, that is Colton Taylor who is down. Hopefully nothing serious. We'll see, our live stream that we're watching up here is a little delayed, so we can probably see what happened. Ooh. Looks like Taylor may have overextended his knee a bit, but he's back on his feet. He's okay as he slid in to try and break up that play by Diallo. Did a great job of it. Aided by Duarte. Now the Cardinals back on the attack. Back on the attack come the Cardinals. Here's Aziz Moti. Moti, deep shot. Too much power over the goal. A little too much aggression there by Aziz Moti. And our apologies, folks, if the view got obstructed there for a second. We had to make sure that our Wi-Fi port wasn't overheating for a second. Looks to be okay. We would hate to lose Wi-Fi up here and have our broadcast go offline. That was a recurring issue we had last year during our baseball and softball seasons. Our Wi-Fi port kept overheating. The good news is I think we'll be okay today. As Moti sends that one down for Ramirez. Ramirez is wide open. Here we go. Ramirez. Oh, it's broken up by the Dragons. Saved by Catafalmo. Here we go. Catafalmo. A little fancy footwork. Tries to get it down to Taylor. Taylor gets it up to Guerrero. Guerrero and Akano. A little miscommunication there, but Guerrero gets on it. He gets it up to Eibner. Eibner back to Akano. And Akano will get it back to Duarte. Another opportunity for the Cardinals. They're unable to capitalize. They're keeping it close, though. 35 minutes to go. As a foul is called against the Dragons. Another chance for Catonsville. Brendan Eibner will take the free kick. And that one just kind of skips along the ground and to no one in particular, goes out of bounds. As it looks like we're going to have a substitute for Howard. Free kick goes deep downfield. And another foul called, this one against, I believe, Paul Catafalmo. Catafalmo was arguing his case. Free kick will be taken by number 18, Jefferson Estrada. He will send it down to Jason Fuentes, blocked by Catafalmo out of bounds. So Paul gets a little bit of revenge. Paul will head it out of bounds again, thrown back in. Dragons trying to keep it alive. Good defense from Catafalmo and Ramirez. Out of bounds, possession back to the Dragons. Catonsville just out there using his body like a weapon. He's deflected, I think, like 4 straight balls out of bounds. Well, 4 out of the last 5 balls out of bounds. That's the thing we noticed about Paul Catonsville last year. He is that kind of player, that hyper-aggressive kind of player. Here's a chance for the Cardinals. Miranda, nice nutmeg trying to get it up to Aziz Moti, intercepted by the Dragons. Eibner keeps it alive, gets to Hogan. Hogan, one man to beat, unable to beat him. Dragons keep possession. Chance for the Dragons. Eibner holds up Norton. Norton being held there for a second. And that's going to be a foul on Eibner. He couldn't get away from it. He couldn't get away with it for too long. Another chance here for the Dragons with 33 minutes to go. If I'm Catonsville, I'm thinking, look, this is going to be a tough defensive battle. We might want to try and hold out for a draw. Is that a red card? Was that a red card? I thought that was a red card. Does not look like it was. Free kick bounced up, kept alive. Cardinals will get out of there. I thought that was a red card for a second. If that's a shot deflected by Caleb Acano, and here's Hogan. Hogan with options, getting chased, trying to break away from his man. Hogan gets it down to Ramirez, who miscommunication. Ooh! Ramirez made hard contact there with a Dragon player who went down. Couldn't see who that was for a second, but I think that was Henry Amakwahaya. Free kick downfield. Acano breaks it up. Keeps it alive. Tries to get it down to Hogan. It is headed out of bounds by the Dragons. So possession to Catonsville. Little collision there by 2 Cardinals players out of bounds. Possession will stick with the Cardinals. Eibner tosses it in quick. I think possession's going to go back to the Dragons. Inbounds pass, tipped up. Dragons trying to find an opening here. Medrano puts it out to Estrada. Estrada trying to get it to the middle. Coughed around by the Cardinals. And Catonsville with an interception. Trying to keep it alive. Gets it back to Acano, who will send it deep in the direction of Miranda. It's headed up, and Hogan is open. Michael Hogan gets it up to Mike Miranda, trying to keep it alive, but the Dragons will intercept, and Miranda is furious. Another opportunity for the Cardinals. Oh, maybe Ramirez keeping it alive briefly. Catonsville trying to keep it alive. Nice interception by Paul Catonsville. Miranda trying to avoid running into his own man. Here's Miranda. Miranda gets it down to Catonsville. Little too much power. It'll roll out of bounds, and possession will go back to the Dragons. Cardinals have had plenty of chances here. They just haven't been able to connect. We've still got about 30 minutes to go. Plenty of time left. That inbounds pass is tipped up. Goal kick, is tipped up. And a chance for the Dragons. Here's Norton. Trying to get around Acano. Acano breaks away from him. Norton went down. No whistle. And a chance. Miranda. Sanchez falls on it. Down goes Miranda. Another opportunity. Meanwhile, if you can't hear it, I guess they redirected some BWI traffic to go very low over us. I'm not sure exactly who that was. There it is. There was a private jet headed for BWI that just went very low over the press box. I think everybody in the stands was looking up at one point. I don't know if my mic picked that up, but it was loud enough. Meanwhile, the Dragons with the chance. Here is Estrada. Sends it up towards Norton. Sends it up towards Norton. Bounced around. Akana will kick it out. Ramirez. Ooh, nice pass by Ramirez trying to get it to Miranda. Ramirez will keep it alive. Trying to get it to Miranda. Hogan's got it. Miranda keeps it alive. Miranda with a chance. Got a breakthrough from 3. He's being mugged. Can't get around from it. He keeps it alive. How about that from Mike Miranda with the crosser? Ramirez heads it up. Oh, no. Ooh, Ramirez is clutching his leg in pain. Something happened while Bradley Ramirez was trying to make that play. Oh, and Ramirez is in serious pain. Ramirez was open. Tried to get up for the header on the cross pass by Miranda. He jumped for the ball and something happened. He came down awkwardly, I think. And we hope for the best. Our athletic trainer, Rob Hess, is out there. As is head coach, Kingsley Onwuka. A little tense situation here. Cardinals have got some substitutes warming up. They're still helping. They're going to help Ramirez to his feet. He looks to be okay. Scary moment there. It looks to me like Ramirez landed awkwardly on his leg as he went up to try and make that header. That was the closest the Cardinals have come all game to scoring. As Ramirez is being helped off, they will send a substitute in. I believe they're going to send King Remy, number 2, into the contest. So King Remy, the self-proclaimed fastest player on the team, comes into the contest. Is that King Remy? No, I think that's somebody else. My mistake. Okay, that's Giovanni Alonso who's coming in. My mistake. I thought that was King Remy getting warmed up on the sideline. No, it's Giovanni Alonso who will enter the contest. After a scary situation for Bradley Ramirez, wide open, tried to go for the header. Jumped up, and I think he either landed awkward. I think he landed awkwardly on that right leg. Being helped to the sideline by the athletic trainer and his coach. Meanwhile, the game continues. Tense situation there. And we keep it alive. Colton Taylor will send that one deep downfield. We hope the best for Bradley Ramirez. He was able to walk back to the bench with a little bit of assistance. He's going to get checked out by our athletic trainer, and we hope for the best. Second Cardinal player to go out with an injury today. The first was Paul Catafalmo, but he re-entered the contest as the Dragons try to keep this one alive. Eibner, missed an assignment there. That's going to lead to a wide open Dragon possession. Here's a chance for Diallo. Colton Taylor with a nice play there. Keeps it alive, bounces out of bounds, and actually bounced off one of the light towers. It was about to go out of the park, off the light tower. And now the Cardinals try to keep possession. Here's Aziz Moti. And a brief little foul called there. Moti will get a free kick. He'll give it up, I think, to Eibner. We've got 27 minutes to go here in the second half. Caleb Akana will take the free kick, bounced around. Dragons will keep possession. And here's a wide open Norton. Trace Norton. Shot is wide. Duarte still makes a diving save and keeps us scoreless. Boy, the way the Cardinals have played today, you just want them to score so bad at this point. They have played a brilliant game against one of the best teams in Region 20. Kept this game low scoring. This Cardinals defense is looking mighty good so far. Here is a risky maneuver. Sharif Hydera will keep that alive. Takes an awkward bounce. Hogan is trying to get in there, and he will. Michael Hogan wrestles it away. Tries to keep it alive. Mote is there. It's knocked away by the Dragons. And Howard now back on the attack. Duarte backing up. Norton with an opportunity. Norton breaks away. 3 men to beat. Norton gets a shot off. It was deflected. Colton Taylor recovers. Gets it down to Catafalmo. Catafalmo, good pass up the middle to Hydera. Hydera, good pass to Mike Miranda. Miranda, 1 man to beat. He goes down. No whistle. Miranda keeping it alive. Gets it to Eibner, who misses his assignments, and it's going to roll out of bounds. Eibner gets shoved to the ground. I think they're going to say he slipped. I think he did slip. My mistake. It looked like there was a collision. I think he just slipped while trying to get the ball. 25.5 minutes to go. Halfway. We are halfway through this second half. It's been a fun one, folks. This has been the kind of defensive game you got to love. A little bit of smack being talked by both teams. Aggressive play, good scoring opportunities. It hasn't been like a game where one team is completely dominated in possession. Both teams have had ample chances to score. Just 2 very good defenses going at it. Missed assignment by the Dragons there. Moti trying to keep it alive. And instead, they'll get it down to Jefferson Estrada. Estrada sends it up. It's headed away by Akano. Boy, that Cardinal defense, they are everywhere on the field. Here's another chance. Shot off target. Duarte still made a dive for it. Shows the heart he has. I think that shot was taken by Boubacar Sissoko, number 8. Akano to Moti. Cardinals keeping it alive briefly. Here's Guerrero. Gets it back to Catafalmo. Duarte. Deep kick downfield. Bounced up by Hogan, who went down. Dragons keep it alive. Now Catafalmo fighting for the ball. He's going to get possession. Catafalmo breaks away. Good move by Paul Catafalmo. Gets it down to Guerrero. Alonso is there to cover it. Alonso looking for an opening. Alonso going to try and take it himself. Alonso has it blocked briefly. It's kept alive by Aziz Moti and in Miranda. Dragons will finally break through as there was a collision. Here's Diallo. Miranda was slow to get back to his feet there. Opportunity possibly coming up. No, Catafalmo heads it away. And Alonso trying to get past his man. He can't. It's taken away by the Dragons. And an errant pass is going to be stopped by Duarte. Free kick coming up here for the Dragons. On its way. Out of bounds. Possession will stay with Catonsville. So 22 minutes to go As the Dragons will intercept that throw-in and get it to Diallo. Sissoko finds Norton. Norton trying to get to a wide-open Estrada. Taylor will break it up first. As it goes out of bounds, oh, that's going to be a corner for the Dragons.
Corner kick, Howard.
Corner kick coming up for Howard. I believe it will be Jason Fuentes who will take the kick. On its way. It is headed up and out of bounds. Another great defensive stand by the CCBC Catonsville Cardinals. Duarte's goal kick, deep downfield, headed up by a couple Dragon players. And booted away. Chance for the Cardinals. Alonso gets it up to Hogan. Hogan, one man to beat. Hogan trying to get the crosser, breaks free. Hogan looks for an opening. It's knocked up. Two Dragon players went down. Cardinals have a chance. Simmons will knock it out of there. Another opportunity for the Cardinals, snuffed out by a strong Howard defense. But Duarte is going to keep the play alive. Sends it sailing back downfield. Missed a couple of Dragon players, and it hits Duarte's counterpart in the other goal. Now Sanchez sends a deep one sailing up, headed away by Catafalma, who got shoved to the ground by Diallo. There was no need for that. And possession will go back to Catonsville. Fusini Diallo, meanwhile, trying to plead his case to the ref. There's no way getting away from that, folks. You saw it here. That looked very blatant on Catafalmo. As this will give Gio Guerrero a free kick. The way this game is going, with how defensively this game is going in a defensive manner, all it's going to take is one good break for the Cardinals. Guerrero's free kick is headed up. I think that was by Colton Taylor, and it will be Diallo who keeps it alive. Eibner gets it down to Alonso. Chest play. Alonso will find Hydera. Hydera is going to have to reset. He gets it up to Akano. Akano trying to break away from Diallo. Finds Eibner. Eibner over to Miranda. Miranda trying to break through. Oh, that was a well, no call by the ref. I think Mike Miranda just got away with that one. Little contact there, as there is an injury on the field. We do have, I think that's Jefferson Estrada, who is down. He's back on his feet now. As we have a stoppage on the field. I think that was for Jefferson Estrada, but the free kick is coming up for the Dragons. I think they did call Mike Miranda getting a little handsy with Estrada. And the good news, folks, is Bradley Ramirez has been up and walking around on the Cardinals sideline. He is sitting now, but he was walking up and down, stretching his leg. That is good to see. Meanwhile, in come some substitutes. As entering the game for the Dragons, I believe that's number 22, Thomas Lopez. Yes, Thomas Lopez has entered the game for the Dragons. So Howard, and meanwhile, entering the game for the Cardinals is Abdul Lom, who's going to play defense now. He played offense earlier. So a rash of changes for both teams. See if they can generate some offense here. Abdul Lom did have a chance early. Lom, Norton on top of each other, trying to break free. Here is Medrano. Kick intercepted by Catafalmo. Simmons with a header, trying to keep it alive. Gets to Sissoko. Sissoko finds Norton. He's heavily guarded by Abdul Lom. Great play by Abdul Lom to break through. And he keeps it alive, sends it in the direction of Miranda. It's intercepted instead by Amakwahaya. I had a good streak going there on getting that name right. Here's Sharif Haidara. Gets it out to Eibner. Eibner sends it downfield for Aziz Moti. Too much power, lands in Sanchez's mitt. Haidara finds Guerrero. Guerrero gets it down to Abdul Loam. Loam trying to keep it alive, gets it to Alonso. Alonso will go back to Guerrero, and the Cardinals will have to reset here. They just can't seem to get through that Howard defense. When we said this was going to be a battle, folks, we meant it. It has been, more, like I said last week with Montgomery, this is akin to trench warfare. Neither of these teams are gaining much ground on each other. They're just kind of inching closer and closer to the goal before somebody finally gets one. Similar situation with the Montgomery game. That game obviously didn't go Catonsville's way. I'm going to knock on wood and not say anything else. If you've been following our broadcast of all of our sports for long enough, you know this commentator has a bad habit of hitting us with commentator's curse. Guerrero, deep one down for Alonso. Alonso keeps it alive, trying to find Abdul Loam. He won't hit his man, but it's knocked out of bounds. And I think that's going to be is that going to be a corner for the Cardinals? It's a throw-in, excuse me. But deep in Dragon territory. I hope the top of my head doesn't end up in the shot. Cardinals will break that one up. Foul called against the Cardinals. So Dragons ball. Apologies if my top of my head got into the frame there for a second, folks. Looking back now on the replay, seeing it did. My apologies. Again, we got a lot of equipment out here due to the technical issues we're dealing with our power outage. So my apologies for that. Hopefully that doesn't happen again. As that free kick sent deep downfield. I did catch that, Richard, by the way. Our PA announcer, Richard Keller, just made a soccer dad joke. That's what I'm going to say it was. That was a soccer dad joke. Meanwhile, here's Giovanni Alonso, who's looked very good today, fighting with Lopez. And he's trying to argue with the ref now. There was a foul on Alonso. He's trying to argue his case with the ref. By the way, the rain that was hitting the field earlier has subsided. It is still very muggy out, but there is a light breeze coming through. Would love for that breeze to be a little more powerful, get some airflow going in the booth. We don't have air conditioning, folks, because of our power outage. All right, Cardinals defense trying to get another break. Ooh, that was close. Two players get tangled and a foul on Simmons. Abdul Loam hit the turf, and that's going to give possession back to the Cardinals. 14 and a half minutes to go. It was around this time last game where the Cardinals gave up that goal to Montgomery. So let's see if the Cardinals can keep their stamina up. Dragons looking for an opportunity. Akano won't let them. Good move by Caleb Akano. Akano's trying to set that up for Miranda. Miranda gets it out to Haidara. Haidara has it broken up by the Dragons. Norton gets it down to 11, broken up by Akano. Loam is there to break it up too. Gets it down. Alonso made contact with Norton and a foul on Alonso. So that Cardinals' great defensive wall lining up. Lopez's free kick is going to be stopped by Duarte. Another great stop by the Cardinals defense. And Duarte will send that one sailing downfield. Alonso with the chance. Alonso looking for an opening. He gets it to Hydera. And Hydera will have to reset. He gets it out to Catafalmo. Catafalmo back to Akano. Akano gets it up to Guerrero. Now Guerrero finds Eibner wide open. Eibner keeps it alive, gets it to Hogan. Hogan tripped up, got to save it from going out of bounds. I apologize at the top of my head, gets in the shot. Hogan, it's knocked away. And the Dragons will kick it out. Out of bounds, possession to the Cardinals. All right. This is going to be a reference that might fall on some deaf ears, as the Cardinals are actually going to send in some substitutes. I believe King Remy is coming in, and also coming in for the Cardinals. Is this a new player we have not seen yet? It is a new player. All right, folks. Please welcome out to the field number 17, Jason Astudillo. Made a few appearances for the Cardinals already this season, making his first appearance of the day. Out of bounds. And it's going to be a goal kick for the Dragons. That reference I was going to make before the Cardinals made those offensive changes was this. This is going to be a very what's the word? I'm forgetting what the word is. This is going to be a reference that not a lot of people will get, but the situation we have in our press box right now, with me having to essentially squeeze my head in a little space between our camera and the window so it doesn't block the shot. It reminds me of an old story about the old Six Stadium in Seattle. It was an old baseball stadium that the Seattle Pilots played in for their one and only year in Major League Baseball, where because of the poor dimensions of the press box, in order to view any home runs, you had to watch through a mirror. It was a really weird situation. There's a reason the stadium got torn up after just 1 year. But that's kind of the situation we're dealing with here, where I have to literally and physically crane my neck around the bottom of the camera to view what's going on our side of the pitch, or on the Dragon side of the pitch. There's no issue with it, folks. It's just because of the power outage, we've got a lot of stuff up here that we usually wouldn't have. But anyway, let's get back to the contest. 10.5 minutes to go. Crunch time for both of these teams. The lights have come on here at Murray Stadium Field. This is it. A long afternoon beginning to come to an end. Either one of these teams is going to come out a winner, or we're going to get a draw, which I think would be beneficial primarily for the Cardinals, proving just how much they've come. Their defense has already proven enough today. Catonsville's defense has looked amazing today, keeping the Dragons from scoring. Remember, this is the same Dragons team that scored 9 goals against the Cardinals last year. Now here's a chance for Catonsville. Miranda. Out of bounds, possession will stick with Catonsville. Sorry. Big chance coming up here for the Cardinals. Catafalmo will toss it in. Tossed in. Batted around. Guerrero keeps it alive. Guerrero trying to keep it alive. There was a collision. A Dragon player is down. I don't think I heard a whistle. I don't think a foul was called, but there is a Dragon player down. And they are calling for athletic trainer. Wait, nope, they're holding. No, he's back on his feet. I think that was Diego Ruiz who went down. 8.5 minutes to go. Here's Moti. Tries to get it to Hogan. Intercepted. Dragons will bat it back. Eibner racing down to meet. Here's a chance for the Dragons. Their closest one yet. Duarte comes out and breaks it up. As a penalty kick is coming up. Oh boy. This could be it. A penalty kick for the Dragons. Duarte with a chance to make a save. He did stop a penalty kick last year. This is going to be huge with 8 minutes to go. I believe that's Jason Fuentes who will take the kick. Can Duarte make another save on a penalty kick for the second game in a row? On its way. Yes! He didn't even have to make the save. It was off target. It was Diego Ruiz, Ruiz completely missed the net. That could keep this game scoreless. It will keep this game scoreless, But that could be the deciding moment in this contest. As another sub comes in for the Cardinals, whereas Michael Douglas back into the game to replace Gio Guerrero. That was a huge play for the Cardinals. That was huge. That miss very well could have saved this game for Catonsville. They have another chance now. Cardinals keep it alive. Miranda sends it downfield for King Remy, fastest player on the team. Remy with the crosser to Hydera. Astudillo, it's up in the air. Goal! Sharif Hydera with the header. Cardinals take the lead with 6 minutes. Hold up. It's a yellow card. No, and there's a yellow card on Jesse Sanchez to boot. Or is there? Did they call it back? Oh my goodness, I don't believe it. They called it back. There was a yellow card on somebody. It was either the keeper or Mike Miranda. They called back the goal. I don't believe it. The coaching staff can't believe it. I can't believe it. Mike Miranda was pleading with the referee. What was the call? Sharif Hydera almost sealed this game for the Cardinals. I don't believe it. They overturned it. As offsides is called against the Dragons. And now a bunch of whistles and another foul is called. It's hard to hear up here what went on. I still can't believe they overturned that. I'm not sure what it was that they overturned. Another chance for the Cardinals, maybe. And another whistle. Another foul called. So a free kick coming up for the Cardinals, deep in Dragon territory. Both teams are exhausted. Cardinals, they got another chance. 6 minutes to go. The heartbreak of having that goal overturned. Some words were exchanged between players. So close. They're going to move the wall here for the Dragons. Here comes the free kick. Miranda will take it. Sails through the uprights. That would be a field goal, but we're not playing that type of football. So with 5 minutes to go, it remains a scoreless tie. Even if this game ends the way it ends right now at this score, as Gio Guerrero re-enters the game for Michael Douglas, it has been a fantastic performance by the Cardinals to keep this game a scoreless tie against Howard. A hard-fought contest. 5 minutes to go on the clock. God, it eats at you. Had that goal not been overturned. Out of bounds, possession to the Dragons. We'll give you an update, folks. If this ends in a scoreless tie, if we finish up regulation, I don't know if we're going to go to overtime for this game. I think we would just end it at a tie. That's up to the athletic director and the coaches. And I know athletic director Leslie Ray has expressed that she would like to, because of upcoming events on the field after tonight's game, I think it would just end in a tie. We'll have to double check. There's 4 minutes to go, so still plenty of time. Cardinals will have a free kick in Dragon territory. This second half has been controlled by the Cardinals. Here comes the free kick. On its way. Bounced up, headed up. Opportunity. As another foul. That one on Aziz Moti. Back we go. 3.5 to go. There is a youth soccer camp that does use this field after today's game has concluded, so it is likely that this game won't go to overtime. But again, we will double check that because it does come to the discretion of the coaches and the athletic director. Dragons with a chance. Duarte comes up to cover it. Regardless of the final score, this game, I think, should be considered a victory for the, not a victory, but a faux win for the Cardinals. As hold on, Astudillo breaks that up. As a foul called against the Dragons deep in Dragon territory. Getting a little too excited, stumbling over my words here. Miranda and Guerrero discussing this upcoming free kick, another chance for the Cardinals. As I mentioned earlier, they have firmly controlled the ball in the second half. They just haven't been able to get any meaningful, they just haven't been able to get a goal out of it. But they've come so close so many times. And technically, they did score a goal. It just got overturned. So Guerrero will take this free kick, see what we could do. Guerrero's free kick, partially deflected, bounces up. Sanchez, oh, he dropped it! He's able to cover it, though, but that was close. 2 minutes to go. 2 minutes left. On its way up. Hydera started it a bit. Now it's a race between Diallo and Catafalmo. Diallo breaks free. Diallo crosser. This could be it. Goal Montgomery, number 27, Georgia Z. Howard. Goal Howard. And with less than 2 minutes to go, that could be the dagger. Oh my goodness. That stings. George Aziz scores off of the assist from Foussini Diallo. We didn't even catch that Aziz had come into the game. That's my mistake, folks. I didn't even notice that he had subbed in. A strike. Cardinals back underway. Michael Hogan subbed back into the contest. Cardinals going to try and keep this one alive. Akano gets it up to Hydera. 1.5 minutes to go.
Howard goal scored by number 27, Georgia Z. Assist to number 2, Foussini Diallo. Howard 1, Catonsville 0.
Duarte will keep it out. Another chance for the Dragons. Duarte will cover it up. Coming up on 1 minute to go in regulation, and what looked like a scoreless tie could become a 1-0 loss for the Cardinals. Miranda trying to keep it alive. Guerrero trying to keep it alive.
1 minute remaining second half. 1 minute second half.
1 minute to go. Guerrero, deep pass downfield. Headed up, foul called. Free kick coming up deep in Dragon territory. They're going to stop the clock with 36 seconds to go as there is a Dragon player down. That's Jason Fuentes. He gets to his feet. You can tell both teams are absolutely gassed out there. We got players on both sides on their knees. Crucial free kick for the Cardinals with 36 seconds to go. On its way. Moti. Shot partially blocked out of bounds. Corner kick coming up. Got to be quick.
Corner kick, Catonsville.
Got to be quick. 25 seconds to go. They've got to be quick. Cardinals quickly get into position. Corner's on its way. It's up. Batted around. There's a chance. Howard might have just saved it. They booted out of bounds. That should do it. 10 seconds left. That is going to do it. 5 seconds. Akano, one last chance. He throws it in. Miranda loses track. That'll do it. Howard wins 1-0. An agonizing defeat for the CCBC Catonsville Cardinals. They almost had a win, but a goal was called back and a last-minute collapse after a fantastic defensive performance. And look at the anguish on the Cardinals' faces. This has got to be one of the most gut-wrenching losses this team has had in a long time. Oh, my goodness.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of this evening's game. Final score, Howard 1, Catonsville 0. Again, a quick reminder, our next home game will be in 2 weeks on Tuesday, September 12th versus Frederick. And then 2 nights later, on Thursday the 14th, Catonsville will host Northern Virginia. We hope that you will join us for those contests. For now, ladies and gentlemen, we thank you very much for coming. We remind you to buckle up before you leave the campus, and we wish you a pleasant good evening and a safe drive home.
A gut-wrenching loss for the Cardinals comes to a close. 1-0 the final as Howard gets the win. They move to 2-1 on the season. Cardinals will drop to 1-2. But don't let this loss take away from how hard they fought. This was a game the Cardinals were in control of for a good chunk of the contest. They had ample opportunities to score. They did score at one point. They did score. It was overturned. That last 2-minute goal. These are the types of losses that can really hurt a team. But I think this Cardinals team is going to bounce back. This game, I think, proved to us that this Cardinals team, these last 2 games, the CCBC Catonsville Cardinals have proven that they can play some of the best teams in the conference, tough as can be. And although they did lose, that is 2 straight losses for the Cardinals. The talent is there. We know what this team can do. And we know that it's only a matter of time before this team starts showing what they're really made of. Well, our next game, folks, is going to be in September. That's going to be against Frederick. That's our next broadcast. The Cardinals' next game themselves is against Hartford. That's going to be their first away game. Chance for the Cardinals to try out their away game to see what they can do on the road coming up. In the meantime, we're going to sign off for the night, folks. This is Isaac Donsky saying have a good night as the Cardinals fall 1-0. A tough, gut-wrenching loss, but one that this team can and will bounce back from. Have a good night, ladies and gentlemen. We will see you next on September 14th as the Cardinals face off against the Cougars of Frederick Community College. Have a good night.